What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Let's talk about it. Giants. Saints. Week 4. Why did I put week 2? Week 4. I think that's the end of our season. I think it is going 1-3. Pretty much done at this point. You gotta win 3 in a row, just have a winning record and barely a winning record. So that's pretty much the season, which is, of course, heartbreaking. When we lost to the Jags, when we lost to the Cowboys, I was upset, but I wasn't broken. I wasn't distraught. Last week's win got me a little excited. I still was a little skeptical. I even picked in my picks for the Giants to lose, so it's not like I wasn't expecting it. But that's just terrible. And it's just heartbreaking for me to just accept that our season's over pretty much. I mean, we could win out and we'd be good, but it doesn't look like that's happening. Just atrocious. Let's talk about it. Honestly, even after the Cowboys loss, which was a worse loss, I think, than this one, maybe. It can be debatable. Even then, I was excited to talk about the Giants, but I don't even want to do this. I just wanted to get out of the way. So, let's get out of the way. If we got blown out, I think I'd be less upset. But this loss pains. I think this is the most painful kind of loss the Giants could have possibly had. They looked very good in their first drive. Ran down the field, Sterling Shepard touchdown. I was excited. First half, really, even though some of the offense and the fumble didn't really, obviously that upset me. But still, holding the Saints, one of the best offenses in the league, to just 12 points, and that's 4 field goals, no touchdowns, was really good. Now I know the score may indicate that the Giants defense didn't do well, but make no mistake, the Giants defense maybe on paper now doesn't look too good because of the points allowed, but I think the Giants defense is very good, and they proved themselves this game. No team was able to. The Giants defense did better than any other defense that played the Saints in the past 3 weeks. They did an incredible job. The offense didn't. I have a lot to say about this. There was that fourth quarter drive where the Giants scored. Saquon Barkley ran it and he kind of jumped up from the 3-yard line and scored it, and then they got the 2-point conversion from Shepard. That drive looked really good. But my question is, why the fuck weren't they doing that the entire game? Why, when you're playing the Saints, their biggest weakness is their defense, their secondary. They are terrible at defending long plays. Why are you not going to sling it down to Odell Beckham Jr.? Why are you not going to just heave it to Shepard? Or anyone else? Why? My question that I have here is this Eli Manning or is this the coaching? I think there's two sides of the camp here, or the offensive line. And I think it's all three of those things. Number one, the coaching, I think, defensively, the coaching is really good. I am in love with this Giants defense. Really, I am. I think they're incredible. They gave up a lot of points scored, but that's because the Saints' offense is on the field all the time because the Giants' offense can't keep them off. That's not the defense's fault that they're in the field the whole time. The Saints could have had 50-something points here. The fact that the Giants only held them to 33, that's fucking good. That's really, really good. All right? They held them to only 4 field goals, 0 touchdowns. That's incredible. If the Giants offense could have just done a little bit, a slimmer of what they were doing last week, they could have had, honestly, they really could have had a 21-12 lead going into halftime. But their offense looked terrible. Besides on 2 drives, it looked atrocious. Eli Manning was not getting protected at all. He could not stay in the pocket. He was getting swarmed left and right. And with that, you don't have the time to throw it downfield. All right? You have to do 2-yard throws or a 5-yard throw, which sometimes ended up working out, but most of the time didn't. Now here's the questions. Is it Eli, offensive line, coaching? All 3. All right? Let's start with offensive line. Jesus fucking Christ. They're better than last year, but that ain't saying too much. They're still pretty shit. They're shit. You can't protect Eli Manning for a fucking long enough for him to just throw it down the field? Are you fucking kidding me? And speaking about making plays, they can't open the running game at all. Barkley is incredible, man. He proved himself this game, last couple games. He's good. He's the real fucking deal. If he had a good offensive lineman, he'd be the best running back in the league. I truly believe that. Maybe Todd Gurley would be the only one to be better. I really believe that. You gotta fucking make plays. All right? Well, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with the offensive line. Something has to be fixed. This is a systematic problem. There's a whole new coaching staff, a whole new offensive line, and it still sucks. So something has to be fucking changed. All right? And something has to be changed quickly. That's number 1. Number 2, Eli Manning. I know a lot of people are going to get upset when I say this. I don't think this game's entirely Eli Manning's fault. You can't get protected. You can't make big plays. It's how it happens. It's how it works. But listen to this. He threw some great fucking passes here, man. And overall, with the protection he had a good game. Still, there were plays he should have made. There were throws that he made to Beckham that were just atrocious. There were some plays that he made, like the fumble and other stuff, that he just has to get his shit together. And I understand the offensive line's not protecting you, but god damn, man, at least just go to the ground. Just go, I don't know, just don't let the fucking fumble happen, man. And then the coaching and the play calling. Why the fuck do you not call a timeout at the end of the first half? You could have had the ball with 1.5 minutes left at the very least. Get another field goal or get a field goal, and you would have made it a 2-score game, a 2-point game. What the fuck? That's number 1. Number 2. Why aren't you calling deep passes? Why aren't you calling deep plays? Get offensive linemen out there. Get fucking blockers out there, whether it be even like tight ends, whatever. Get people out there to block and fucking throw downfield. They did that during the drive they scored in the fourth quarter, and it worked. But why did you wait until the fourth quarter? Why did you wait until you had to do it to stay in the game? Why weren't you doing that since the beginning? Call plays for Shepard and Beckham to fucking get open against the Saints. Maybe if it was another team, I'd be like, their secondary is really good. But the Saints secondary is trash. Their defense is not good at all. You could have exposed them so easily. And I get it, with Eli Manning not being protected, it's difficult. But fucking at least try. At least call plays that aren't just fucking short slants or 5 yards. Do they not believe Eli Manning can do it? I think Eli Manning can throw it down the field. I really do think he can, if you can get some fucking protection. And I'm not talking about, I know the coach can't just be like, offensive line get better, they magically get better. But you can make plays, you can create plays where Eli Manning gets protection. Pass to Barkley blocks. He's not the best blocker, obviously, but still, Jesus fucking Christ. Make some plays. Something. Call some sort of play so that you can throw it down the field against the Saints, which they can't defend. I'm just frustrated. because I know this is the end of the season. I know this loss was a season ender. And it's frustrating, man. I've been watching the Giants for 10 years. 10 years. More than 10 years. I watched them since 2005. How long? 13 years. I've been watching the New York Giants. Last year was the worst year, but this one's not much better. Even with the years when we lost, even with the years where we've been worse, even we've had worse teams I've watched, even years that were mediocre and not that good, I had more hope than I do now. I don't understand it, man. I mean, Eli has to go. I love Eli Manning. This isn't his fault. Offensive line sucks, but he's just getting old. We definitely got to draft a quarterback first round. next draft, whether we get a high pick because we suck, which may very well happen, or whether we have to trade up. We definitely have to get that going, get something. It just has to. Our offensive line is terrible, and our coaching and play calling is atrocious. The only thing I'm happy of is our defense, man. Our defense is incredible. Like, really good. I know that the score doesn't signify that, but they are good. But if I was a defensive player for the Giants, I'd be fucking pissed. Landon Collins' contract is up at the end of the year. I really hope we keep him and sign him. He's incredible. But if I were him, I'd be like, fuck this team. I want to leave. Because you fucking do all that work on defense. The Giants do all this work on defense. Fucking hold the Saints, one of the best offenses in the league. Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks to play the game ever. Hold him to 4 field goals in the first half. 4 field goals. The defense. And then you say, offense, take it away, and they're on the field for 2 seconds, and you're back on the field. This has been going on for years. This year, last year, especially, and the year before. 3 years in a row. Defense doing all the work. Offense go out there, can't do shit. And I think it is coaching. I think some of it's Eli. I'm not going to say Eli's not perfect, and I know I usually defend him, but I think a lot of it is Eli. But a lot of it is just terrible offensive line, man. Terrible. Terrible, and this year specifically, terrible play calling. I know Ben McAdoo had terrible play calling, but I hate to even say it. Ben McAdoo would be like, I'll throw it down the field to Beckham. This guy, they aren't even trying that. They're not even attempting. They're not even attempting to throw it down the field to try to make a play against a terrible Saints secondary. As you can imagine, I'm very upset. And just accepting, I've accepted the season's over. Hey, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm throwing in the flag too early. But I've accepted that the season's over. And that's something very hard to accept. I'm not even going to watch tonight's game, Steelers and Ravens. I'm not even going to watch it. I just don't feel like watching it, man. I don't feel it. 4th place, I see the Giants finishing. I said 7 or 8 wins. We're looking at 5 maybe, if we're lucky. I think we can beat. I think we'll win 2 divisional games, put us at 3 wins, and I think we'll win. We'll beat. I think we'll beat the Bucks. I just have a feeling, and I think we'll beat. Who else are we playing? I think we'll beat the Colts. That's about it. That's about all I got. Disappointed. I wasted my time watching the Giants play. And, man. If we didn't have potential, I wouldn't be as upset. But, man, we have all this potential. We have a 7-0 lead. The defense doing incredible, holding Drew Brees down to 0 touchdowns in the first half, which no other defense was able to do this whole year. And, just upsetting. It's just upsetting. I'm done. I'm done.